Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, and in this video, I figured I would do what I thought was kind of an interesting thing to do. In this video, what I've decided to do is I've been looking back recently at the trailers from WrestleMania 21. Yeah, and I just have really watched those a lot ever since WrestleMania 21 was first around, back when they were originally shown in the weeks leading to WrestleMania 21. Been watching those for so many years, and I've recently gone back and watched them a lot. Yeah. So what I have really decided to do in this video is I've decided that I am going to be ranking the WrestleMania 21 trailers on what I how much I like them and how I would really rank them from the weakest one to the best one. So yeah, so I'm really not sure exactly why I'm doing this now because it's not really even WrestleMania time right now. Yeah, I guess the reason that I really thought of this is because after seeing what they kind of did this again for WrestleMania this past year, just a few months ago, how they WrestleMania did go Hollywood again, and yeah, and they did kind of do this again, kind of reenact scenes from more modern movies with the WWE superstars. Yeah, so yeah, and I guess after seeing those, it really got me to really think back at the WrestleMania 21 trailers. Yeah, and I think we can all agree that despite how the ones that they did for WrestleMania this year are still pretty decent. They don't really compare to the ones from WrestleMania 21. I think we can all really agree on that. Yeah, the ones for WrestleMania 21 really just were much more memorable, and they really were funnier than the ones that we got for WrestleMania this year. Yeah. So I just looked back at the WrestleMania 21 trailers, yeah, and I figured that I would just make a video to rank them on how the one on the order that I like them in. Yeah. So yeah. So I know that everybody is really gonna have their preference for which WrestleMania 21 trailer really was their favorite. Yeah. I mean, it really is up for debate. Yeah, people could really rank these trailers in any way on which ones they like from the least one to the most. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, in this video, I'm just gonna do it how I'm just gonna give my order for how much I like them. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So I remember these trailers were shown during the road to WrestleMania 21. They were shown during Raw and SmackDown and stuff. Yeah. And of course all these trailers were also included on the WrestleMania 21 DVD. Each one was included in the extras for on the DVD. Yeah, and they even included some outtakes and bloopers on the DVD. Yeah, so yeah, yeah. So I'll have all of the WrestleMania 21 trailers down in the description if you want to see them for yourself, so you can actually see them. And I'll also be including the bloopers for these trailers that were included on the WrestleMania 21 DVD if you want to see those, because yeah, there were some pretty funny bloopers as they were filming these trailers. Yeah, and in addition to that, all these trailers were just parodying scenes from certain movies. Yeah, in addition to the trailers down in the description, I'll also have a playlist of the scenes from the actual movies that the WrestleMania 21 trailers parodied. If you want to actually watch the real scenes from the movies that these trailers did parody, yeah, because I don't know because maybe some of these movies some of you haven't actually ever seen any of the movie seen some of the movies that these trailers did actually parody. So if you do want to actually see the actual scenes from the movies that the trailers parodied, just so you can kind of see the original thing and how these the trailers really did parody them. Yeah, I'll have the actual scenes from these movies down in the description as well if you want to see those, just so you can actually see those and just see how these trailers really did spoof these scenes that from these movies. Yeah. So yeah, so I'll have that stuff down in the description if you want to watch that stuff. All right, but anyway, yeah, so so anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna be ranking my picks for the WrestleMania 21 trailers on how much I like them, like rank them from the one I like the least to the one I like the most. Yeah. So yeah. So before I start, I just want to make it clear that I did like all of these trailers. So yeah. So don't really like consider like the ones that I really do have like at the bottom, like that I'm calling them bad because I'm not. Yeah, because I did like all these trailers. Yeah, but yeah, I do like actually like the ones that really were were more humorous because there were like a couple that really like it did like kind of like have the more serious tone to them that they didn't really have the humor. Yeah, but yeah, the ones that like were actually like a humorous, I did like those more. So yeah, so kind of like at the ones that really did have like the more serious tone are going to be like more at the bottom of the list, while the humorous ones are going to be like higher up. So yeah, so that's really just like going to be like how this ranking is really going to be based on. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I do like all the trailers. So yeah, so I still do like the ones that did have like the more serious tone to it and weren't really like all humorous. But yeah, I just like the humorous ones more. All right, so yeah, so I just wanted to state that first. All right, but anyway, okay, so I'm just let's just get started with my rankings on the WrestleMania 21 trailers. All right. So yeah. So there were 9 trailers total for WrestleMania 21. So yeah. Yeah. So kicking off this ranking at the bottom at number 9 is the A Few Good Men trailer. So yeah, so this trailer, this featured John Cena and JBL in the place of Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson from the actual movie. Yeah, and yeah, this is this was really just parodying the courtroom scene from A Few Good Men with John Cena just questioning JBL well, in court. Yeah, yeah, and it was really just like satirizing the scene from the actual movie with like the code red stuff. Yeah, and with like you can't handle the truth and all that stuff. Yeah, and in this trailer, you also did have like a coach appearing in this trailer as the judge. Yeah, so this one didn't really have any humor at all. Like this really was just like it pretty much was like just like a parodying the court scene from A Few Good Men. It really was just like John Cena and JBL really just really reciting like what the dialogue was in the actual movie with a WWE style tone, like not really like about the cobra, but like ringside interference and stuff. And JBL like giving that whole speech of "you can't handle the truth" and stuff, but yeah, giving it like a WWE he style to it, talking about like him being the champion and WrestleMania and meet him in the ring and stuff. So yeah, I did like this trailer. Yeah, just yeah, this is the one that like I personally like would like really put at the bottom. Like yeah, this was the one that like I think is like while yeah, it is still like good and I like it, but yeah, this one is kind of like the one that really just seems to be kind of like the least watchable of all of them. But yeah, it is still good. Yeah, and I do think that I do like how they are pretty much like just reciting the dialogue from A Few Good Men. Yeah, then you even have like JBL at the end, like shouting the "You're goddamn right, I did" to John Cena. Yeah. So overall, yeah, I did like this trailer. It did do a good job of really just like a reenacting the scene from the movie while giving it like a WWE style dialogue to it. Yeah. So overall, yeah, I do like it, but yeah, I just would say that of all the WrestleMania 21 trailers, I think this is the quote unquote weakest one, but it is still a good trailer. All right. So that is like the one that I would put at the bottom of the list. All right. Up another notch at number 8 is the Basic Instinct trailer. So this scene like this trailer was parodying the interrogation scene from the movie Basic Instinct. You had like a Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, and Christian interrogating Stacy Keebler. Yeah, and you had Stacy Keebler, of course, in place of Sharon Stone. Yeah, and this one, like the Few Good Men trailer, this one, it didn't really have much humor to it. Like this was really like a kind of like a more serious kind of trailer as well. Though there were like a couple of humorous bits in this trailer. But yeah, this one it is like kind of an abridged version of the scene from the actual movie. Like I said, like I'll have the scenes from the actual movies down in the description. So if you want to watch like the actual interrogation scene from the real Basic Instinct movie, you can see it down there in the description. And yeah, you'll see that this trailer really did like kind of like a bridge like the actual scene in the movie. Yeah, but yeah, what it did do, like it did do it pretty well. Like you just had like a Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, and Christian really just questioning Stacy Keebler about Trish Stratus and stuff, and how if she like engaged in any activity and stuff, and yeah, and in this trailer, like you had Christian kind of like being the goofball in this trailer, kind of just like asking some like ridiculous questions and just kind of like acting a little bit ridiculous and not really taking it seriously. Yeah, but yeah, this one was done like pretty well as well. Like, this they did like kind of like, just like take the advantage of like a how like a good looking Stacey Keebler really was, and yeah, they even like did like do the thing that was actually in the actual movie where like she like has her legs open and they kind of like look into her dress. So yeah, so they did kind of do that for the movie. Yeah, and like I said, like this didn't like do like absolutely like everything. Like it didn't like it go like scene for scene and include everything from the scene that was in the actual movie. But yeah, it does still like do pretty good of like recreating the scene with a WWE style tone to it. Yeah, and it did kind of like have a funny bit at the end where like you do have like a Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah coming in, and Mae Young putting her legs up, and Jericho, Benoit, and Christian just freaking out at Mae Young putting her legs up. So yeah, so it did have like a couple of humorous bits like that in this trailer. Yeah, but it really did like go for a more serious tone. Yeah, and this is another one that I feel like is kind of like another one that really is like one of the ones that really is like not as like rewatchable as a lot of other ones. Yeah, but yeah, this was still like a good trailer, and yeah, and it did have like a couple of humorous bits to it. Yeah, and it did kind of like do a good job of like while it is a bridge from the actual movie, did do like good of like recreating what it does have in the scene from the actual movie. So yeah, so overall, yeah, still do like it, but yeah, I just like would place it like lower down, like the A Few Good Men trailer. All right. So yeah, so at number 8 is the Basic Instinct trailer. All right, up another notch. At number 7 is the Gladiator trailer. So yeah, so like I said, like these trailers like were like shown leading up to WrestleMania, like during the road to WrestleMania on like Raw and SmackDown and stuff. Yeah, but this one wasn't actually shown until like the opening of WrestleMania 21. So yeah, they really did want to make this one like really like a surprise and stuff. Yeah. So yeah. So this scene, like this trailer, like this recreated like the scene from the 2000 Gladiator movie with like Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix, like with the whole "My name is Gladiator" scene. Like yeah. So in this trailer, you had Stone Cold in place of Russell Crowe, and yeah, and you did have like some other guy like in place of Joaquin Phoenix's character Commodus from the actual movie. Yeah, but what I don't understand is like why didn't they have like Vince McMahon be in the role of Commodus in this trailer? Why did they just like have it be like some like random guy? Yeah, that's something that I've always wondered about this. Yeah, but yeah, like as this trailer like starts, like it really is like pretty much like recreating like the scene from the real Gladiator movie. Yeah, but then yeah, then like when it gets to the part where like Commodus is telling like the knight who is Stone Cold, yeah, to like remove his helmet and tell him his name. Like this is where like we get kind of like a slow revelation of who it is, and it's revealed to be Stone Cold. Like we do like know who it is, like we can tell by like what he's doing, but yeah, he doesn't actually like like totally like remove the helmet and reveal who he is at first. Like there is like build up, kind of like giving clues to who he is. Yeah. So yeah. So I actually do think that this was a better way of doing it than how it was done like in the actual movie. Like in the actual movie, like when he is ordered to like remove his helmet and tell his name, he just does it right away. Actually like it better like this, how like there's like some build up to it, and like he just like kind of like slowly reveals who he is, and then he then like takes off his helmet and it's revealed to be Stone Cold. Yeah. So yeah, so I do really like that they do it in that way. Yeah. And plus, what I also found interesting about this trailer is that like the music that was used in this trailer, like they actually did use this music as the theme for Royal Rumble 2006 the following January. So I did think that that was kind of interesting that they reused the music in this trailer as the theme for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view the following year. Yeah. But yeah, I did like this trailer. This really was done like really awesome, just how Stone Cold like slowly like reveals who he is, and then yeah, then when he actually does remove the helmet and it is revealed to be him. Just what he says: "My name is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and tonight I unleash hell." Yeah, so yeah, it was a really cool way of like recreating the scene from the movie, and I do think that they did it in a much more suspenseful way to make it better. Yeah, so just yeah, I really did like this trailer, and yeah, and it was just like really cool to see Stone Cold in the role of Gladiator. Yeah, all right, so yeah, so a number 7 is the Gladiator trailer. All right. Number 6 is the Dirty Harry trailer. So yeah, so this trailer, like this had the Undertaker in place of Clint Eastwood from Dirty Harry. Yeah, and yeah, this trailer, like this pretty much like was like a word for word or a reenactment of the actual scene from Dirty Harry, the whole "Do I Feel Lucky" scene. Yeah, you had Undertaker really, you yeah, like he was like really just like he recited the dialogue word for word from the actual movie. I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or was it only 5? Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, and you had like the 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and "Do I Feel Lucky" will do you, punk. Yeah, and it really did just like pretty much like reenact the actual scene from the movie perfectly. Yeah, so this is probably the one that really just seemed like just it was just like Undertaker as Dirty Harry. And they really did it like pretty well, yeah. And they even like did the bit where like the guy that is like on the ground that he's talking to, or the guy saying that I got to know, and then it's revealed that the gun is empty. Yeah. But then yeah, then we get like a bit that wasn't actually in the movie that this trailer ends with where the guy says son of a bitch. Undertaker then turns around and then like ends up like shooting him with the shotgun. Yeah, but yeah, what it kind of makes it like more suspenseful is like we don't actually like see him shooting the guy, but yeah, you just like see Undertaker holding the shotgun up, like preparing to fire it, and you just have Undertaker doing the eye rolling thing, and then it just cuts to black, and you hear the gunshot. So yeah, so that really does make it kind of suspenseful. Yeah, yeah, and I'm kind of like surprised that they didn't actually like do that in the actual movie. It just like ends with like him like showing that the 44 Magnum is empty and he just walks off. So yeah, so it really was like a nice like kind of like reenactment of the scene from the movie while adding in that bit at the end with Undertaker actually like firing the shotgun, shooting the guy. Yeah, so this really was like a really good trailer as well, and probably like the most faithful reenactment of like all the trailers. Yeah, so yeah. So at number 6 is the Dirty Harry trailer. All right, and yeah, and now is when we're really getting into like the ones that really are like the more humorous trailers. So yeah, so these are really like the where it really the trailers are going to become funnier. Yeah. All right. So going up another notch at number 5 is the When Harry Met Sally trailer. So yeah, so this this like had Kurt Angle and Chrissy Hemme in place of Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Yeah, and yeah, this was like parodying like the restaurant scene in the movie when like the two of them are talking. Yeah, and just like the way Kurt Angle is dressed in this trailer, it really is just like really like it's just gold. And even like seeing Kurt Angle like with like the hairstyle and facial hair and stuff, it was just like really great to see that. Yeah, yeah. And as it's starting off, it really is just like kind of like a I'm just parodying like the conversation that they're having in the actual movie in the restaurant scene. Yeah, then as it progresses, it's like showing how like they change it up and stuff, like with Kurt Angle talking about WrestleMania and like him wearing his gold medals and his music and his moves and stuff. Yeah, and just like what really does make this trailer like a just really funny to me is just like how they really do just like a really over exaggerate the whole moaning bit from the movie. Like there's the bit like in the actual movie, like during this part where like Sally is just like doing like really just like doing the whole moaning thing at the table, like as if like she's like in bed and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, in this trailer they really just like really over exaggerated, like you have Christy Hemme like just like really going crazy with the moaning, yeah, and eventually like Kurt Angle does also start to go crazy as well, and the two of them are just like really going crazy yelling and stuff. Like it wasn't this crazy in the actual movie. Like Harry like wasn't actually going crazy in the movie. It was just Sally doing the whole moaning thing. But here like you just have them like really like going crazy and really just like over exaggerating that bit, and I really do think that is really what makes this trailer just so funny. Like just every time I watch it, it just cracks me up like how much they really are just like over exaggerating that bit. So yeah, so that really is like really just what makes this trailer like really funny. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, then at the end, like you do have like the appearance of Linda McMahon, like with the whole "I'll have what she's having" line. Yeah, so yeah, so I just really do like this trailer a lot, and yeah, just the over exaggerating of the moaning bit just makes it just really funny. Yeah, so yeah, so I really do like that trailer a lot. So yeah, so number 5 is the When Harry Met Sally trailer. All right, number 4 is the Pulp Fiction trailer. So yeah, so this trailer this had Booker T and Eddie Guerrero in place of Samuel Jackson and John Travolta. Yeah, and yeah, and this like this trailer like was spoofing the whole apartment scene from the movie with like a Booker T and Eddie Guerrero like coming into the apartment. It was really like Booker T doing most of the talking here, doing the whole we're associates and stuff, and talking to the guy who's supposed to be Brett in this trailer. Yeah, like the A Few Good Men. Not the A Few Good Men, like the Basic Instinct trailer. Like it is like a little abridged. Like they don't do like the whole burger bit and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, what they do, like, it really is like Booker T really just like being Samuel L. Jackson here, just really kind of, at first just like talking very calmly, but then yeah, then he starts to go in like kind of like starts to raise his voice and go more crazy, and then yeah, then you like does the whole you read the Bible and reading the like Ezekiel 25 passage and stuff, yeah. And as he's like going more crazy and yelling, and when it looks like he's like about to pull the gun out and shoot the guy that's supposed to be Brett here, it then shows like he's just holding he has WrestleMania tickets in his hand. Yeah. So yeah, so I really just always did find this one really funny. Like this really was like one of my favorites. Yeah, and that is like one of the reasons why I do have it like pretty high up on this list of the rankings. Yeah, but yeah, I really do really like this a lot. Like Eddie Guerrero really doesn't get really like a whole lot of time to shine here, but yeah, he still does get like a nice moment. He does the whole like what they call WrestleMania in France stuff, yeah. And yeah, then at the end of the trailer, you do have like Eddie Guerrero pulling out a gun, saying how they didn't have to use it, but then Booker T makes Eddie Guerrero accidentally fire the gun at the guy that's supposed to be Brett, though we don't actually like see like the guy him getting shot. It really still does have like show like Booker T and Eddie on the on camera doing it, yeah. And then Eddie just says a say. So yeah, so I do like this trailer. I do think it is pretty funny, just seeing Booker T like being Samuel L. Jackson, pretty much. Yeah, and you just imagine like something like where you do have like Booker T and Samuel L. Jackson together. It'd be like sucker versus motherfucker. So yeah, so this was a pretty funny trailer and a pretty funny like spoof of the scene from the movie. Yeah. So yeah, so do like that one a lot. So yeah, so number four is the Pulp Fiction parody. All right. Number three is the Braveheart trailer. Gosh, this one is just like really hilarious. Like in this trailer, you have a Triple H in place of Mel Gibson. Yeah, and yeah, this trailer is like pretty much just like reenacting the whole William Wallace speech scene. Yeah, you have like Triple H like reciting the speech and like a more like a Triple H and WrestleMania style way with a very bad Scottish accent, which really does make it very funny. Yeah, and you just have like Triple H like seemingly talking to like the army of soldiers that William Wallace speaks to in the actual movie when he recites the speech. Yeah, yeah. And he's just like talking about how he's asking for one chance to shine on the grandest stage of them all, and they'll never take his title. But then, yeah, then it's like we do see like a whole bunch of spears, like as Triple H is making the speech, like as he's like going back and forth on the horse. But yeah, but then uh, it's then revealed how like there's nobody actually there. It is just like the spears themselves there, but only Ric Flair is there with a donkey. Yeah, and yeah, this one is just like really funny. Like if you do watch like the bloopers that I'll have down in the description, like there are like quite a few bloopers for this trailer. So this trailer must have been like kind of like a pain to shoot because yeah, you do like in this trailer like when it shows Ric Flair with a donkey, and like it shows how like the donkey really in the bloopers, it shows how the donkey really is like kind of like uncooperative, like not really moving and stuff. So I'm sure that it must have just been funny to film this one. Yeah, so this is really just like a very funny trailer, and just like Triple H's awful Scottish accent is really just like super funny. And just yeah, there's also like a bit where like Triple H ends up falling off the horse, which is also pretty funny. So yeah, so this is really was like one of the funniest WrestleMania 21 trailers. So yeah, so I do think that it definitely does belong like very high up on the ranking. All right, so number three is the Braveheart trailer. All right, number two is the Forrest Gump trailer. So yeah, so yeah, this one like this had Eugene in place of Tom Hanks, yeah, and this was pretty much like spoofing like the opening scene from Forrest Gump with like Eugene like sitting on a bench and a lady comes and yeah, at first like it is like Eugene really like citing like the opening dialogue from the movie like with the whole thing with the chocolates. Like my mama always said, life was like a box of chocolates. Yeah, but then yeah, then it's just then like changes to like Eugene just talking about how like he feels life is more like WrestleMania, and then he starts to like talk about some like famous WrestleMania moments, and then Eugene starts to go crazy, and then he accidentally ends up punching the woman next to him and knocking her out. So yeah, just when Eugene like knocks out the woman. Like when I saw that when I was younger, that always made me just crack up and laugh just so hard. It was just so hilarious. Yeah, and yeah, then it ends with like Eugene running off with William Regal then arriving, and then you had William Regal then like shouting, "Run, Eugene, run!" Of course, like referencing the "Run Forest Run" line. So yeah, so it was pretty funny. Yeah, so this was like a very simple trailer, but just yeah, I just really do love it. Just yeah, I really just always did love this trailer. Like this is one of the trailers I really did watch the most. Was when they like first came out. Like I really did love this trailer, and it was just super funny with like Eugene knocking the lady out and the "Run Eugene Run" stuff. So yeah, really did like this one a lot. So yeah, so number two is the Forrest Gump trailer. All right. And then at number one, my pick for the best WrestleMania trailer was the Taxi Driver trailer. Yeah, this one really was just like really funny. Yeah, like this one was like pretty simple. All it really was is just like various WWE superstars just like saying the famous "You talking to me" line from the movie. Yeah, but yeah, like some of them were just like really funny. Like there were like really like two highlights for this trailer. Like I said, like it was just like various WWE superstars just like saying the line "You talking to me," yeah, and of course like they were wearing like the famous great jacket that Robert De Niro wore in the actual movie for this scene, yeah, yeah, and like I said, there were like two like highlights for this trailer. One is like with Batista, because like throughout this trailer, you have Batista like just like asking what the line is, and then the director like keeps telling him, "You talking to me?" But Batista like keeps misinterpreting it as he thinks the director is like actually asking him the question, "Are you talking to me?" Like Batista doesn't even like realize that like you talking to me is actually the line. So Batista really just like keeps asking what the line is, and as the director keeps telling him, like Batista is just like, "Come on, like, are you kidding me?" Yeah. Then eventually Batista just decides that he's had enough of it and he leaves. Yeah. And yeah, then at the very end of the trailer, like he comes back and then like somebody else like asks him if they can help him, and then Batista then actually asks the question, "You talking to me?" So yeah. And the other highlight of the trailer is, of course, with the Big Show, yeah, because like as the Big Show keeps like trying to say the line throughout this trailer, like it just keeps going wrong for him. Like at like first, the camera is actually panned too low, and you don't actually see his face. Yeah. Then the second time when Big Show tries to say the line, the jacket ends up ripping. Yeah. The third time that Big Show tries to say the trailer, then the microphone falls. Yeah. Then yeah. Then finally, like on Big Show's last attempt, like as he's like trying to say it again, he gets cut off by the WrestleMania bumper. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just really funny how like just like pretty much like Big Show keeps getting like screwed over in the for this trailer. So yeah, so it's pretty funny. Yeah, and at the and like after the WrestleMania bumper, like Big Show just ends up like grabbing the director and throws him against the wall in so much rage. Yeah, so yeah, so this really was just like this was another like very simple trailer, but just like what they do with it is just like so freaking hilarious. Like at WrestleMania 21, like they actually said how this one was voted the best trailer by the fans, and yeah, and I can't really disagree with it. It really is just like super funny, especially like the stuff with the Big Show. Like every time I like saw that, like when I watched this trailer, like every time like the stuff with the Big Show like came on, like it always made me laugh so hard. Like especially the jacket rip. That is the one that really just always had me dying. So yeah, so this one really was just like a really funny trailer, and I do agree that it is the best one. So so really did love this trailer a lot. So I would say that the Taxi Driver trailer was the best one for WrestleMania 21. All right. So number one is Taxi Driver. All right. All right, and so yeah, so there you guys go. Though that is my ranking for the WrestleMania 21 trailers. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing that I do want to mention about the Taxi Driver trailer is that like if you watch the bloopers, I'll have down in the description. It shows that there are like a few other wrestlers that weren't actually in the actual trailer that are actually that do say the "You Talk to Me" line as well. Yeah, like in the bloopers, like you have guys that weren't in the actual trailer, like Edge, Rene Dupree, and Funaki in there. So yeah, so I'm guessing like they did like film it for more of them, but they didn't actually like include them in the trailer. Yeah, so it was interesting to see like how many they had to just say "You talking to me." Yeah, yeah. Okay, but anyway, so those are my rankings of the WrestleMania 21 trailers. So I hope you guys did enjoy my ranking. Yeah, and yeah, and which trailer was your favorite WrestleMania 21 trailer? Which one did you like the most, and how would you rank the WrestleMania 21 trailers? Like, yeah, comment on my channel and tell me your guys' rankings of the WrestleMania 21 trailers. Like, which ones were your favorites? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because yeah, like I said at the start of this video, like everybody is gonna have their ranking for these trailers. Like everybody is gonna have their favorite, and well, we all just like will rank them differently. So yeah, yeah. So tell me which ones were your guys' favorites and how you would rank the trailers. Yeah, and like I said, I'll have all trailers down in the description if you want to watch them, and yeah, and you can also watch like the actual like scenes from the movies that these trailers were based off of, if you want to. Yeah, and of course, like I'll also have the bloopers for these trailers down in the description too, if you want to watch those. All right, so I hope you guys did enjoy my rankings of these trailers, and yeah, and stay tuned for more stuff that I've got coming up. All right, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.